Everybody, we are back with another review. Today we got some pickups from the Marvel 80 Years line. We're actually going to be checking out some Hasbro figures today. Today we have Wolverine versus Silver Samurai. We got Marvel 80 Years, Uncanny X-Men, throwback packs from Hasbro. So yeah, this is going to be a really sweet review. We got Japanese Samurai, Wolverine, and we have the Silver Samurai right here. Epic battle. We even brought the card here for greatest battles of Wolverine. We got Wolverine versus Silver Samurai. And there is the backstory right there. There was only one way for the Silver Samurai to gain the leadership of Clan Vashida through the death of his half-sister Mariko Yoshida. Only hours before Wolverine and Mariko were to be wed, the samurai poisoned the X-Men, leaving all but Wolverine, Rogue, and Storm at death's door. Matching his adamantium claws against the samurai's energy blade, Wolverine defeated his enemy in fair combat and received the antidote to the deadly toxin. But though he won the battle, he has lost his heart, as Mariko would later be refusing his hand. So there you go. That's from the Fleer Ultra 94 set right there. That is just a little bit of a backstory, if you would, for this epic battle between the two. And here you go. You even have a little bit of an explanation back there for the character, which tells you about Wolverine. This one will tell you about the Silver Samurai. We actually have the Cyclops from this wave as well. But these figures look pretty cool, so I said, why not check it out? And we'll do it in the same video, because why not? They versed each other. It was them battling it out, and why not film that together? We'll unbox them together and we'll review them together. Plus, it'd be probably a pretty good photo op, to be honest with you. We'll cut around this corner just to make sure. And let's slide out the Wolverine tray. I might need to cut that actually all the way to the edge. Nice. And I could slide them back in there, which is going to be cool. Let's take out the samurai sword. That's pretty neat. And it looks like we have some hand variants for Wolverine as well. And here is the man from the storyline, Wolverine. Nice articulation straight out the gate. Head moves, big wide head. Doesn't really show the neck, which is great. That's what you want, because he's a bulky dude. You should definitely have some kind of a bulky neck. Let's see how hard it is. Yeah, pretty easy to pop those out. So I imagine this hand is the hand that holds the sword. Well, either one I guess would. But look at that. That is pretty sweet. So he's got left-handed blade, right-handed blades. He's got his adamantium claws there, which is super sweet. And he just looks ferocious. They even painted the hair on his arms, just like from the comic, which is pretty cool. He's a hairy dude. He's a Wolverine. But he's got bends at the waist. He's got pretty good articulation with the shoulder. Nothing too crazy. The arm it actually has a locking mechanism on it, which stops from doing a full rotation, which is nice. We've seen some other figures on this channel that allows the full rotation. Here is the elbow joint, which doesn't have any notches, but it does look a little bit more natural than most other figures have done. Even though the hands are removable, the wrist does have some pretty good movement to it. Same thing goes with this particular wrist with the adamantium claws. You can see the face right there, Wolverine's eyes, pretty high detailed on that. Again, bends at the waist, got pretty good articulation with the legs as well. A nice ball joint on that one. We also have a rotating hip right there, which gives him the ability to do some sweet kicks and some sweet posable moves for him. He does do a nice high kick right there. He does not stand in that pose, but you could get him into a nice action pose versus him and the Silver Samurai for some great photo ops, that's for sure. But we're gonna pop off the sword here. We're gonna pop on the claws, and we're gonna see. Nice. Yeah, looks sharp. Wolverine looks pretty dang good. Looks pretty bulky. Let's see if we can get him in his classic stance right there, where he's got his claws coming in, and he's just kind of mad. And he's just angry. He's just a Wolverine. He's just being the Wolverine. Let's see if he'll stand up. Yeah, doesn't really want to stand up when you have him all squatted. Let's see if he'll stand up if I just straighten his legs out. Kinda. Yeah, he stands up. He's got boots on. You can adjust his ankles and kind of play with the weight a little bit. I mean, you can always arc his head up forward. He's always got that angry look on his face, which, again, shouldn't be that difficult to pose these, but they stand up rather well. Here's his hands and his samurai sword. Oh, he wants to fall over again. Let's see if we can. There we go. He'll be screaming up at you in the corner of the screen here. How's that? So here's his sword and his hands. Again, let's pop open this silver samurai right here. Again, I like to cut the bottom of these so I can slide the little tray insert back into the cardboard, because I like to store my figures inside the original packaging. And when you rip that off, it just can't be really used again. But you could always, I mean, you just slide them right back in, which is great. Silver Samurai has his energy blade right here, which we popped out. We have another one right here. He's bulky. This guy is super bulky. Super bulky. Let's fix his little doodad on his helmet. Yeah, he's bulky for sure. Good articulation though on the gut. Hands are the same. I imagine you could probably pop these out and swap them out with someone else's hands. But let's see what he looks like with the dueling blades though. Blade could have been a little longer, but see, he has a pretty long blade. You can see in this card, at least, you can see it goes off the cycle for the card. So he definitely has long blades with his katanas. And it makes you look a little beefier when you got long blades. But let's see, can you see his eyes? He's got just white eyes in his helmet. Head does turn. We got shoulder blade articulation right there. We got tricep spin. Elbow, same as Wolverine's. Got good bendability. It looks a little more realistic with that, I guess, elbow, actual putting an elbow in there, which is neat. Same thing with the knee. They put a kneecap in there to kind of cover the joint up. Made it like a dual joint on that. Full spin. Rotation on these are pretty good. Got a ball joint for the legs. Let's see if how high he can kick. It's got some good movement to him. You can like do a fallback pose if you would. But nonetheless, definitely really cool to see the Silver Samurai in action with the Wolverine. Let's see how he stands up. And articulation on these are pretty good, and almost to the point where it's so good it's hard to actually get them to stand, because there's so many different positions you could put them in, and just getting them into a singular stance for them to just stand up properly it seems to be difficult. But let's see if we can do it, because then we also got to fuss with the ankles as well, which, yeah, nice. All right, so we got a stance for the Silver Samurai. We have a stance for the Wolverine. So pretty good on that. Needless to say, look at me just yelling at him. Pretty cool. These are some pretty cool figures, and I think it's definitely neat that they did both these together and they dropped them at the same time, because it's a great time to review both of these two figures together. Wolverine versus Silver Samurai, classic matchup. And definitely a great set to have together. So, why don't you let me know down in the comments below what you think of these Hasbro Marvel 80 Years throwback figures. We got Japanese Wolverine Samurai, and we also have the Silver Samurai right here, and them versus each other. Do you remember this battle in the 90s? Do you remember them going head to head? Pretty big comic series that they did when they dropped this, and they did also in the cards for 94 and 95. So pretty dope on that. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of these two figures. Did you end up picking these up for your collection? Do you mess with the Hasbro figures at all, or do you only collect Funko Pops? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Want more content like this, subscribe for more, because I do reviews every single day, so looking for that. And have a great rest of your day.